What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. So, when we left off in the last episode, we had managed to produce some more glass stuff and get most of this squared away. A couple of you gave me some good ideas, like using catwalks, actually, to brace these instead of the incomplete glass. I really like that idea, actually. I hadn't really even thought about it, but it's a cool idea. Though, at this particular point, I gotta be honest, I'm not entirely sure that this isn't a chicken before the egg thing. And what I mean by that is that now that these are all, like, welded together, I'm not sure that this isn't actually holding up this, which in turn is connected to these two, so I'm not sure that they're needed or not. But we'll play around with that in a minute. So yeah, I think my refinery is still going, so... Alright, let me check that. Wait, what happened to my conveyor? Why is this green? I mean red. Why are you red? You shouldn't be red. There we go. I guess you just had to reset it. Oh, tell me I don't have to do that with all of my stuff. Oi! It kind of looks like that. That may be an issue with the new patch, because I have loaded this world, which is an old world, pre-patch anyway. Hope you haven't covered up all of your conveyors. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been playing on this world for a little bit now. So, yeah, that's going to be an issue in terms, like this, like, if I just forget anything or if I miss anything, that's going to be a bit of an issue. I think that's everything up here, right? And I think we gotta fix the insides down here. Yeah, that could be an issue, though. Like, the thing that I'm concerned about is the hangar, because there's a couple of branch points that I kind of buried and can't get to anymore. Here, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fix the storage room connectors down here, and then we're gonna switch into spectator mode. Oh, gosh. Come on, tell me I can get back here. I can't! Meh! Oh well. Yeah. That's gonna be a problem. Like, okay. This is definitely not active. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, if I fix this tunnel, which I don't think No, I'm stuck on the container. So if I fix this tunnel, these are still going to be disconnected because they're like a separate system, I'm pretty sure. And I didn't go all the way through the ground on this, so I can't really see it. I could, but it kind of breaks the aesthetic, and that's actually just a glitch. You know, for now, I'm actually going to leave that alone for two reasons. One, I could switch into creative mode. And I think in creative mode, I could actually, like, delete and replace the conveyors in spectator mode, which would require less digging. The other reason is that I don't really have a need for it right now. I'm not particularly offloading through these connectors, and that's all that those storage crates are connected to. And so more than likely they'll probably end up patching that before I ever really need to fix it, I would imagine, because that's probably going to be something that everybody knows about and lets them know about. So you might have noticed this unknown signal. For those of you that may not be aware, I know most of you that watch my series and stuff are probably up on the latest updates and things. This is a new instance of a pod, or I don't know if that's what they're calling it. That's what I'm calling it. And I think I'm just gonna fly over there. Maybe. Yeah, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's just fly over here. I was gonna get the little driller ship, but meh. Okay. So, woo, a little fast. So they make these little sounds. Actually, this is my first time seeing them, but I watched the video on them. Okay, so they make these little sounds. Oh, it got damaged too. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna do that later. Alright, how do I interact with you? Can I hit this button? Special content. Try your luck to get a new special item. So this is a new system they have in place. And that does seem to turn off the, You did not find any special item. Try your luck elsewhere. We did, however, get this stuff. So, I guess there's the inventory side of the container, but then there's also this button you can push that I didn't know it would do that whole give you a special thing. Actually, let me... We're gonna highlight this just for a minute. I thought about doing a little bit more cinematic, but meh, who cares? And I might use that for a thumbnail, depending on what all we end up getting done today. Ooh, is there another one? Small reactor. Ooh, I'll take the uranium. Oh, a parachute hatch. Okay. That's also another new feature. Is you can add parachutes to things now, which is pretty cool. Especially for those really heavy landing ships. Just grind it all down. Okay, so back at the base, that was one of the new pod things, which is pretty cool. I actually got a signal for another one and then it disappeared. I don't know if it crashed and blew up or what. So the main update that went through, it was a major update, and I say major as in the major minor branch, not that it was like, oh, it's a game changer. I mean, it added a couple of really cool things, namely being those pods, as well as parachutes, which are part of those pods. So now you could put like a parachute hatch on your big capital ship, and if the gravity would pull you down too quick, you could launch parachutes and things like that. So that's a cool little feature, though I, full disclosure, have no real idea how it works. I've just watched the little update video on it. The other one, I'm assuming you can do it through here? Okay, so this is the other new system involved, and it's skins. Can I get out of here? So, oh, you can actually kind of like walk in here now. That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, I guess you could before, but it didn't really do anything. So now when you hit T, it actually pulls your character in here. And you have the player models, but you also have these skins. Now, I have... Okay, that little beep thing, there we go, means we got another signal. That, you know. Yes, that's how it actually sounds. So these things spawn pretty quickly, apparently. There's probably an option for that in the main menu. I haven't really messed with the world settings. Just don't lean on my glass ceiling. And... kerplunk. Alright, so it's about a 1.3, give or take. So, obviously we have helmets, suits, gloves, and boots. That's the categories, and if you double click off of them, then you get all of them. I don't know what the criteria is for veteran. I mean, I'm sure it's like play in the alpha or beta or something like that, but I have the veteran ones and I have the medieval ones because I have medieval engineers as well. So, let's try... Not really seeing a whole lot different. Oh, it does change a little bit around the edge and stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. Changes your padding, makes it a little bit more grungy. Like you've been doing stuff. That's pretty cool. And then, I'm assuming, there's no labels for these, but I'm assuming this is like color and saturation and vibrance, maybe? So, we can still recolor them, which is a cool feature that I wasn't sure how that was going to work. That's saturation, and then, yeah, brightness. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, the medieval one, I don't know that you can recolor. It doesn't look like it. Oh, you recolor the little hood on your character, but not like the actual suit. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that, I think, and then bring that down. somewhere about there, I think. I like the medieval helmet, though. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. We might stick with the medieval one for a minute. Let's go with the veteran one. Let's see what that looks like. And then tools have their own skins as well. So I have, this is my default, but then I can have a medieval welder now and a veteran welder. The grinders are the same. We have veteran and medieval. Drills, same deal. Actually, the medieval drill doesn't look too bad, and then the rifles have skins as well. I do kind of like the medieval rifle skin. I might leave that one. And then you can pick your tool type. You can hide duplicates. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, that's the medieval rifle. I kind of like that. Though I didn't really get a good look at the veteran one, so let's try that. Okay, we have our veteran suit on, so we'll keep that for a minute. It just looks a little bit like more torn up and grungy kind of thing. But yeah, I do like the medieval suit. That's a cool one. But yeah, so I think that's what the now I don't know if this T minus, I thought that was distance to you, like how far you had to go. Maybe that's respawn. Like if you don't get to it in 11 minutes, it disappears, because that hasn't changed since I moved towards it. So that's got to be what that is. This is actually also, especially if you're starting off or something, this would actually also be a good source of resources as well. Try your luck. You did not find a special item. So, I'm not sure. Like, I'm kind of learning this stuff as well. I mean, I watched the video thing, but I'm not really, like, familiar with all the stuff. But I'm thinking... And I don't know why the hitboxes on these are really having a hard time. But I'm oh, it broke its storage unit. Well, that sucks. I'm really thinking that that's how you get skin items and things like that, is those special... I thought they were just in the storage unit of these little pods, but I'm kind of thinking that's actually just the storage that it has, but the special items is going to be your skins and stuff like that. Man, that hit so hard that the geometry's all messed up. Okay. So yeah, that's a really neat system though, that especially now that... Oh, I just noticed my red dot's different. That's kind of cool. That they can change the red dot, but like on a dark background, that I'm not actually sure that I like that, because now I can't really tell. Let's see what the medieval one... I might actually switch to the medieval one. I mean, I like the what's the key? J? I like the suit and all, but I do kind of like this one as well. Let's check out this stuff. That's still kind of like a gray. I wonder why they did that. Because like that, it's... The red dot's supposed to come up really good so that you can see it. And on darker stuff, it's harder to tell. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, I like that it's all like chainmail and stuff like that. And then when you put the helmet down, you actually get a cool... yeah, you get a cool like medieval looking one. That's pretty sweet. And we get another one. Now, I'm not going to go after these, like, all the time. I made this episode only because they're new, and I'd like to see if we can get some new items and stuff, but they seem to spawn fairly generously. Now, I do like that as far as, like I said, for steel and stuff. That's a really quick way to get more materials and things. Why are you not restoring my hydrogen? Uh-oh. Something's not right. Hydrogen tank. It has hydrogen. It's not stockpile. So why is this not giving me hydrogen? It used to. I don't like that. It's probably because there's actually some kind of glitch in that all of my pipes being red didn't actually change when I broke it. It's probably that there's actually some kind of glitch going on with those. I don't like that. We might want to use our little drill ship for this one. Oh, that was kind of interesting. For half a second, it was like the main character. Ah, there's a little bug. And we're going to end up running into that kind of stuff as well, because it's, you know, well, I mean, it's the newest, latest and greatest patch, so. Okay. Control the ship. Now, one thing I do want to mention. Actually, let me do that on our trip over there. Turn the recharge off. And unlock. Okay, so we're good to go. One thing that I did want to mention is Caden Red Pearl and I have been discussing it at length, and I think, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, no, I am. I keep saying wishy-washy, but no, we're pretty sure at this point. We were kind of trying to keep it a little under the radar. I had mentioned it a couple of times here and there just to throw it out there, but wasn't really talking at length about it. Ooh. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. Alright, I probably could have just flown out here and it would have probably been better, but whatever. We're here now. And I don't have any landing gears on this thing, do I? Nope. Let's just turn the whole thing off. That works. Oh. Hey, my gun skin went away. Huh? Like I said, got a little bit of glitchiness going on here with that. Did all of these? No. That one's the same, that one's the same. So probably just because I had oh, there it is. Ooh, it's confused. It doesn't know what it's doing. Alright. Hey! What the? What are you doing? Excuse me, little ship. Where are you going? Okay, seriously? What the heck? How is this fair? It's like running away from me. Alright, stay, ship. Just, I can't get to the button. It's rolling all over the place. Oh my gosh. Stop. I did not find anything. Did it at least stop flying away? Now what does this do? It's got multiple buttons. I guess it's just any button you put. What the heck was that about? Alright. Get some stuff. Cool. Weird. That was very weird. So as I was grinding this down, I noticed this little guy would... See? These things are spawning up all over the place. We might not need to do any resource things or scavenge or whatever. They're bringing us a ton of resources. If I could just get the panel... There we go. It's set to detect players, and its actions were to toggle on and off the thruster. So it's... I don't know why, and the other ones weren't that way, but it seemed to be toggling to activate the thruster if I ran close to it, which is kind of messed up. Where did that other one go? See, that's what happened to me before, too. Now, wait a minute. Did I not turn that off? I turned that off. I don't know why that's still on. There's a lot of glitchiness going on right now. Okay, so good news. We do have another one of these, though it doesn't have a timer, so I'm not sure how that worked. But I did have to reload my game because this guy crashed. Yeah, like as in he did not have enough battery life to get all the way back up there and died. Now, I didn't really think, I was like, man, how am I going to get out of this? Well, I did realize I've ground down like, I think like 6, or not 6, it's been like 2, of these small reactors. If I can open my noggin and find one. So let's snap one there. I obviously know I have enough to make one. Right? And then we're going to throw the uranium in there. Now we'll also turn the batteries back on and control the ship. And now we have 11 minutes. Or 6 minutes. Anyways, it's enough. It's enough to get back up to base. Or at least I hope it is. Actually, everything runs better. Wow, that's kind of cool. Like, the thrusters and stuff are actually working a bit better. Probably because they're getting ample power. It was a bit more of a slow drag to get up here before. So, anyways, what I started to talk about and got a little sidetracked, and we are gonna... There's another one. Yeah, if it keeps doing that, I don't really know that we'll need one of those systems we were talking about of getting resources. What? What? Okay, I have 35 minutes of power left. Whee! I need a parachute. Okay, hold up. Hold up. What just happened? Like, does anybody know what just happened when I had power and it said I had power left? Other than maybe it wasn't enough power? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Like, I guess it was the battery doing most of the work and not the reactor? And so when the battery gave out, the reactor just gave out too? I don't know. I'm guessing it overloaded because the bar went red, so I'm guessing it couldn't handle all the thrusters. Well, you know, I'll probably just make a separate save, but I might just leave it there, to be honest. Meh. And by leave it there, I of course mean leave it here, fully intact. I mean, that's put a lot of... Oh, I probably should, though. Does it have an antenna? I think it does. No, actually it doesn't, does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's right there. But then I don't really have much power either, which is kind of the whole problem in the first place. So if I turn the antenna on and I turn the battery on, yeah, it has like a minute, so that's not gonna work. Alright, we're just gonna leave it there for now. I'll have to figure out a way to get it back later. Either building a bigger ship and, like, towing it, or, I don't know, bringing more uranium or something and putting more than one reactor down? I don't really know. I'm kind of in item hunt mode at the moment. I'm not really worried about it. Sorry we're not really getting much done in terms of building, but this update kind of blindsided me and I wanted to play around a bit more with the update thing. And I've been hoping we could get an actual item and see how the item collection works. But they're apparently actually special, you know. So... Alright. Ooh, this is a blue one. Okay. Does anybody see a button? Hello? Hello. Do we have a button? Is that a button? There's a button. Why can't I get to the button? Oh, we got a glamour rifle. A glamour rifle, really? What does that even mean? It's all sparkly and shiny. Oh, we're probably gonna have to make a trip back to the base just to offload some of our materials here that we collected. And I wish they wouldn't make them out of these stupid ramps. These ramps have a really weird hitbox system, and it's hard for me to get them. Yeah, see, like this. We could gather some more, and then maybe put a second reactor on the little drone or something. Actually, I'm betting... I think that parachute just, like, deployed or something right as I was grinding it down. We're missing a rotor and a panel there, I think. And did anybody... Okay, so I'm not crazy. It's happened to me a couple times now. You noticed the little, icon for another signal, and now it's gone. I don't know where they're going. Other than just maybe crashing and blowing up to the point that the signal's destroyed or something. I don't really know. But, let's check out the glamour rifle. I am a little nervous. It looked like pink or purple or something. It was like, yeah, not sure I'm going to be using that one. Nothing against pink or purple, I guess. It's just, yeah, see this? I reloaded the game again to fix the thing. And yeah, that's an issue that needs to be fixed. Oh. Well, that thumbnail doesn't look right at all. Oh, it's like a chrome thing. Oh, that's weird. That's pretty cool, though. The red dot's still screwed up. But yeah, it's like a... it's like some kind of like diamond type rifle. That's funny. Hey, look! I'm an expert of Call of Duty! Right? They still do the diamond skin thing, right? Right? No? Okay. And now the red... Ooh, the red dot's chrome too? That's a little hilarious. That's pretty funny, actually. I don't know how useful that is. I mean, we'll keep it around for a minute. That's fine. But I don't know how really practical that is. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. One thing I wanted to bring up, though, what I started to talk about, like twice now, I keep getting interrupted, or rather ADD kicks in, I get sidetracked is probably more accurate, but I was intending, I had recently delved into some 3D modeling and animating type stuff, and I had mentioned that briefly at some point in one of my videos for something. I don't remember what we got talking about that brought that up, but I remember something about it. Hey, why do I only have 10 bullets? Huh? Is that right? Why do I only have 10 bullets? I had like a bunch of them before. Yeah, no, it's 10 bullets. Where did all my ammo go? I've been carrying around ammo for a while. Wait, did I just dump it all at some point and did I never notice that? Has that been there for a while? I mean, I have ammo. Yeah, I've got ammo. Okay, that's... Oh, that really doesn't take up that much room. Yeah, I'll carry all that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, people think Metal Gear's backpacks are crazy. I'm carrying 7,500 rounds. That is like the best backpack ever. One-man army right here. So yeah, I've been getting into the 3D realm of things, which is pretty cool. And I will not say that I'm, you know, any kind of expert or anything like that by any stretch. But I've been having a lot of fun with it and stuff, and I've been learning new things and so on and whatnot. And so one of the things that I had talked about with Caden about doing was converting Dog Squad into a fully 3D animated series. That's kind of why you haven't heard anything about it for a while, is that we've had the scripts done. We knew where we were going with the second season, for any of you that were interested in the series and were like, man, they're not talking about it a lot. So we had the... What was that? Oh, that's its parachute. That's probably what was happening to the other one. The parachute's caught in the ground. Okay. That makes more sense. Give me something. I may start just grabbing the inventory stuff and then, like, the buttons, the parachutes, the grenades, the reactor, and stuff like that, and then just kind of leaving the rest. They're the most valuable parts. The rest of it's just steel. I kind of wanted the uranium out of that. There we go. Yeah. And I'm assuming that despawns after a while. If not, I'll have to do some garbage cleaning. But anyways, I'm kind of getting really sidetracked here, and I'm running low on time for my whole episode. Again, I do kind of apologize, because I intended to just kind of briefly touch on the update stuff, and it kind of just turned into that kind of took up the whole episode. So that's my bad, but I really kind of wanted to play around with it a little bit and see how it all works and getting new stuff. And it does seem to have a rarity level, like there's a green background to the thumbnails, and then there's like the purple and the blue or something like that. So it does seem to stay to typical RPG rarity levels. But yeah, so originally we had the scripts done. We knew where we were going with the episodes. We're planning 15 episodes for season 2, which is 10 more than the first one. Because the first one was more of a test the waters. I wasn't sure if anybody would be interested in it, if anybody would find it funny, blah, 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 blah. And it didn't go viral or anything, but we were really happy with the reception, that it was like, you know, at least 95 to higher percentile of the comments and stuff were all encouraging. Even if it was like, you know, with time and refinement it'll get a little better. They were still positive criticisms, even if there was criticisms. That we didn't get any like, this sucks, you know, which I was really, really happy about. Again, it was kind of my first foray into not just playing around a Let's Play, but something that, you know, we had actually scripted and written and came up with characters and story. And up until I started doing YouTube stuff, I've always been a fairly introverted person, is that I was never, you know, I'm always a perfectionist as far as I'm always, yeah, it's got to be clipping through the ground, just like the parachute. That's got to be what's happening, is it falls, somehow clips through, or the parachute drags it under the ground, and then the whole ship goes under and gets destroyed and deleted. That's got to be what's going on. But so yeah, so anyways, long story short, the idea was we expanded it the second season. We did 5 on the first season, and then we did 10 episodes with the first season of Yeta to kind of, you know, give you guys a little bit more content stuff, because we were taking so long to put it out. And honestly, that's been a victim of two things. One, as Caden pointed out the other day, it's kind of like a feature creep thing, that we kept wanting to do more with the story, make it better visually, that kind of thing, and it's put off getting it out there. And with Yeta, it's all improv. Like, we didn't script any of the Yeta Squad episodes, and so that one we were able to do a lot faster, and that's why we did more episodes, and that bought us time. A lot of time, apparently. It's been like a year and a half since Yeta Squad went out, so my bad. That's something I'll own. That was all our time management and stuff. Like, I didn't do a good job at focusing on that kind of thing. But anyways, we had all of the episodes planned out for the season 2. We scripted all the episodes. Actually, other than Caden and I's dialogue, we got all the dialogue done, like recorded. Adrian Wannafly, Baseplay KG, their stuff's done. Most of mine's done, other than some other side characters besides Scuttle. So we were kind of moving through, and then I got into 3D, and I was like, hey, because honestly, it's nothing against Keen. This is nothing against Keen, but I got to where I didn't like dealing with the idea of working within someone else's medium. I know that's inherently what machinima is, but it was like the idea was being restricted because I'm in a game. I can't make them do motions that I'd like them to, which affects how I write the story and the scripts. And then you got into when I was trying to use mods to expand that. Well, now you have to, and I don't. The problem with mods is that it is technically a monetized thing. Like, I do make ad money off of the videos, right? And so technically, we're not making like millions of dollars off some show or something like a TV show or something like that. But technically, it is turning a profit that the creators of stuff are not getting. It's just going to me, right? And so that's where it comes into a slippery slope. If I was just putting videos on YouTube, I don't think it would ever matter. But because I was trying to monetize it, it got into a gray area of not only are you doing something on someone else's property, which I actually reached out to Keen when I first started doing Dog Squad and was like, is this okay? and they were cool with it, which was really cool. I was glad to hear that. I really wasn't sure if they'd be okay with that or not. But then when it got into mods and stuff, now it's like, and I never could quite get a straight answer. That it was like, Keen told me one thing, Steam told me something else, the modders told me something different when I would reach out. So I was like, I'm just gonna get permission from people to use their mods in my series, because I don't know what's the legal okay gray area. So it was a very gray area thing, and it made me uncomfortable a bit. So if you're a member of the SKS mod group thing, where, you know, that's what that was for, was to try and get permission from people, just to make sure I wasn't doing anything that I wasn't okay to do. And so just all of that, it's like, it was doable, and it's not something that, I mean, we did it. I've talked to a few modders, they've given me the okay, stuff like that. Like, I've gotten permissions and things, but it's just kind of another thing you gotta always think about, and especially when it comes to, like, animations, gestures, functionality. You have to take that into account when you're writing the story, too, as you can't do certain things because you're limited. So anyways, I'm starting to ramble here, but that's part of why I wanted to move into a 3D realm of, we could make all the models, we could do all the animations, we could really just make it however we wanted and didn't have to worry about getting anyone's permission, because it's all our creation at that point. Because, like, the story, the characters, all that stuff is, you know, it is ours. We came up with the stories and characters, but, like, the actual models, like this guy, like the actual model, is, you know, that's proprietary property of Keen. So it's like anything outside the game that they haven't given me permission on, I can't make them look like that. I have to change their look, which is fine. You know, it'd end up being a little more stylized and probably a little bit more comic book looking, which is what we were thinking about doing. Long story short, though, the 3D is taking way too long. It's not coming out bad, it's just taking way too long, plus you gotta deal with animating it once you're done with the modeling, and you gotta move all the fingers and blah if you don't have mocap stuff and things. So, yeah. So, Caden and I were talking about it yesterday, and basically both unanimously came to a decision that at least for Season 2 we need to keep it a machinima for now, just so that we can get it done. You guys have been waiting way too long for another season of that already, and it's going to be even longer if we try and make Season 2 the entry into 3D. So we may try to do that for Season 3, it may be further back, I don't know yet, but we have switched gears and are now returning production of the series to machinima, at least to finish up Season 2, and probably at least do Season 2 of Yeta in the same manner. That said, I am going to be trying to do everything original, like make ship designs, not download ones off the blueprint, not use mods if I don't have to. If it just won't work without a mod, then I'll make sure that it's one that I have permission for, blah, blah, blah. But in order to speed everything up, not have to worry about contacting people and everything like that, we're trying to kind of simplify some of the design stuff and do it all in-house. So it's still going to be a little bit, but we have resumed production. Now, why did I say all that? So there was a method to the madness. Here's what I'm getting at. Some people that watch my series are also modders. They like, you know, they're gamers, they play the game, they watch YouTube stuff, which is great, but they also, you know, mod on the side or something of that nature. My question is, I don't know if this system, the skin and stuff system, is going to make things easier or harder to do custom skins. The reason I say that is because, like this, I don't have anything loaded, but there's a model, which to me sounds more like the model type of thing, like the 3D underlying mesh, the 3D model. And then this is a new skinning system that you can use. And if that's the case, now it may still have the ability, like if you loaded them in the old way, but see, before you had to, like, okay, I'm rambling again. I need to just start doing a podcast or something, because I can just talk forever. But actually, if you're interested in that, just let me know, because I have thought about recently returning to doing a weekly podcast thing or something about random crap. I don't know what it would be about, but it's just things, you know, stuff like this that has to do with things that are going on in the background of the channel and all that stuff is probably what it would be about. But yeah, so... Ooh, this one's a little far out. The thing that I'm looking for is beforehand you had to, even if you wanted a custom skin, you had to repackage the model and do a bunch of crazy crap, and it was very annoying to do all of that just to do a skin change and not actually affect the underlying mesh, to have to repack the mesh, and it was kind of like a redundant step that made it very difficult to do custom skins. But if we can use the new skinning system separate from the model now, then that's music to my ears, because that means I can go and just do custom textures and load them in a certain way and do that. But, you know, there hasn't been an update in the actual modding guide for the game in a long time, so I'm looking for people that either have scoured the internet and they know, or people that are modders and have looked into it or are already looking into it, stuff like that. If you know how the new system will work, or can work. Why can't I get to you? Okay. What is happening? Oh, that's the cargo container. That's the parachute hatch. That's why. It looked like the same thing to me. Whoops. Come on. I really probably should start playing with the crosshair again. I haven't done it for a long time because I was doing other series without it, but yeah, I probably should start using it again and make things a lot easier. Anyways, so that's kind of the long version of that question I was looking for. Is any skin / 3D modelers out there that have messed with Space Engineers and know how the underlying stuff works? I'm looking for what would be the new system with this new skinning thing in place, because I have a feeling it'd be easier if you know how it works, and that's the little caveat there, is if you know. But the guides and stuff online are like from 2 years ago and stuff, like they're not really up to date, at least none that I can find, and it's been kind of a thorn in my side, especially as a machinima type person, as you want to make custom character looking things, but can't seem to do it because, you know, it won't, I can't find a good guide on how to actually load it in and do all that stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was curious about with this new system. As soon as they announced it, it was like, oh, there's a new skin system. It was like, really now? Is this going to make things easier or make things harder, kind of thing? But yeah, so, again, I kind of apologize for this kind of being a, you know, all about the new update and item hunting kind of thing, but I just kind of wanted to see how the new system would really feel and work and stuff, so good grief. It'll keep you busy, that's for sure. So, but the good thing is, this is actually, like, it may have nullified our need for resource gathering, to be honest, other than, like, I mean, we can keep the metal thing going or whatever. How... Inventory, thank you. I know, I did it the first time and just forgot to put the bottles in there. So yeah, but it is pretty cool, though. Like, the fact that it gives you drills and all that kind of stuff, you can break those back down to get other resources, too. So, but yeah, I've talked enough, so we're going to wrap things up for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace!